Okay folks, welcome to episode 2 of Juan and Done. This one is already getting a little interesting. I already had technical difficulties in only my second day, my second episode. What happened was, I played the game, and if you can see the timeline, it was a pretty successful playthrough, and it was fantastic, and I go to edit, and my audio is just completely ruined. I have my video, I have my gameplay, but my audio is messed up. I think it was my microphone, it could have been the software, I'm not exactly sure. And I was devastated when it was all done because this is a new challenge. I have to get off to a good start, and I already had a technical mistake. But what could I have done? I could have just trashed the whole thing and quit before I even got going, or I could have replayed from where I left off, or that wouldn't have been, very legit. I could have skipped a day. No, none of those would have worked. So what I'm doing is I'm just re-recording commentary to the gameplay I already played. All the video gameplay worked perfectly. It's just the audio that I lost. So I'm just gonna watch myself play, edit that footage into it, and then you'll be watching me play, something like that. You gotta do what you gotta do. So here we go. We left off World 2, playing against this horrible sun demon that's so difficult. I didn't realize how tricky he is to jump over. If you watch him, if you try to jump back, he kind of jukes a little and tries to trip you up a little. And at this point, I knew I was at the end of this level, and I knew I just had to go for it, but he was getting me so nervous. And I knew he was going to try one last time to get me. I was able to get through it in one life as Small Mario, so I was pretty happy about that. Let's see where I go from there. So every time I've gone back to this game, I've been playing it, but now this is the first time I get to kind of watch the game, and let's see if I find any new observations here. Even when I first played this game when I was young, what was amazing was this overworld, right? Because the original Mario games, the very first Mario game and the second Mario game was just about the level, and just this part, the side-scrolling left to right part. And you go to level 1, and then 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. But this one had an overworld. It had this map, and it was kind of open. And many chances you could go to different places if you wanted to, and take different routes to get to your final destination. You could skip levels you didn't want to play sometimes. So that felt so much more mature of a gameplay mechanic. See, at this point in the game, I remember I was having trouble with ducking. And I was blaming it on my controller, which was just some cheap knockoff I got from Amazon. I'm starting to regret that. I might go back to one of my other controllers. I think there's very few things as tense in gaming as playing as Small Mario when you know the slightest mess up is your doom. Especially when you have to hit those turtle shell guys. Because with which is a regular Goomba, you could just jump over them or jump right on top of them. But with these turtle guys, you have to jump on them and then jump to the side of them and touch them again so you could get them going. Even though I was a Small Mario here, I decided to take a chance and go for this secret. I remember what I love about this game too are these remixes of the original songs, right? This is a faster, edgier, hipper version of the original Underworld theme. It's a little more hip-hop. That just sounded way cooler. Yeah, it's improving on an already classic theme. Here's just a big leap of faith. Where am I gonna land? Who knows? That Chomp Chomp was waiting for me. You know, often when I play this game, I play, even if I'm alone, I play in the 2-player mode. Because if you have 2 controllers hooked up to the system, you can take turns being Mario and Luigi. Which essentially gives you twice as many lives to play through the game. But I thought for the purposes of this run through, I was just going to do regular solo Mario. Moving on to the pyramid. See, this theme is so much like hipper and darker and cooler, and just the choice of different colors here from the first Mario game really makes it stand out. Another thing that is really tense about Mario games are unbeatable villains, like these little helmets, or what are they? I guess like some kind of beetle kind of thing that you can't destroy. You know, you could jump on them and knock them somewhere else. Well, there's 2 little white dots there that kind of tipped off as to that little secret. What I miss about the old days of video game playing were secrets. Like nowadays, if you just go online, you can get access to any secret, anything that, you know, we know so much about the games right off the bat because people, you know, just smash them and find out everything there is to know. But back in the day, besides a few strategy guides, you had to figure secrets out for yourself. You had to hear it from other people at school and on the playground, literally like passing around secrets and codes and cheats. But these early games are really about like discovery and figuring things out and looking for secret blocks wherever you can find them. This is annoying. I hate this. If you're not, if in the screen you don't show the wall, it's just gonna bounce off. So you have to make sure you can see the blocks in the picture. Even this image is really cool, right? It's really like sophisticated, kind of artsy, art deco thing. I'm sure that's not the right way to describe that. But these guys, I have no strategy. I never did. I just throw myself at them and hope for the best. And here I go. I'm at the castle, the first world. Decide to suit up. Add the flower. When I think about the difference between like Mario 1 and Mario 3, because we're not counting 2, because 2 was just its own separate weird thing. I don't know if, is it an exaggeration to say like there's no other, like this is a huge difference between those games. I wonder if other sequels on the same platforms, like are there any other ones that have such a big dynamic shift? I mean, the gameplay is there. It's the same great feeling of running and jumping, and the control feels great. And fundamentally, the game is the same. But the look is so much better in this. You know, they paint the background so much more. It just makes it much more interesting. With these little guys throwing wrenches. They're cute, but they're terrorizing, aren't they? This guy's pretty cool looking in his gray suit. You know, when I was younger, that was a much more difficult encounter. Not bad, not bad. Oh, thank heavens. So I'm going to these castles. I'm looking, what's the story here? I'm looking for the princess. I'm trying to save her because she's always being kidnapped. And along the way, I'm saving all these other kings across these, I guess, 8 lands or so. And not until I beat them do they give me that prize letter. Why didn't they give me that before? That would have helped me out a lot. The bane of my existence is underwater levels. I hate the feeling of swimming because it just feels like someone put a pillow over your controller. Like, it's not fun, it's just annoying and tense. So when I get to water levels, I'm just trying to zoom through them. I'm not looking for secrets or extra coins, I'm just trying to get to the end. It doesn't make any sense that Mario can use his fireballs underwater. He is on fire, I guess, underwater. I wonder what I hate more, underwater levels or ice levels. But as soon as I can get off this world, I'll be much happier. Even this, even just the threat of water on the bottom is enough to upset me. See that little guy? Strategy here is just to keep throwing those fireballs. Get as many as you can. Oh! Because some of them, look at that! That one kind of slipped through and he tried to get me from below. Not gonna happen today. That was unfortunate, but oh well. These levels could be really short if you're just gunning for it. What does this even look like? It's like an igloo on the inside, but a mushroom on the outside? Or a ride frog suit. Going for level 3. So these were the levels when I was young that I couldn't beat on my own. I would have to pass the controller to somebody else. But now that I'm 32, I think I can handle it. And then you finally kill that big jerk fish and you think you're done with him. But another one comes in his place. Oh, there's a little glitch there. Did you see that? As amazing as this game was, and only a year or two later after this, I'd get a Sega Genesis and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And to me, that just blew this completely out of the water because that game was so much more, it was so much faster, so much more dynamic. It was about speed, whereas Mario's more about standing and jumping. Sonic was about just blazing forward. You know, and it's not fair to compare them, and I think definitely this game has given me more joy over time. But, you know, it's funny, at that time, Sega was just trying to do everything opposite of Sega, and it worked for me at that age when I was like 7 or 8. I just thought that Genesis was so much of a better system than Nintendo. It was the next generation, but just in their attitude as well. These are always infuriating. I don't know why that fish is blue. Guess he doesn't get any sun like the red fish outside. Nintendo can't make anything just an obstacle. They have to put a face on it. It can't just be a block that falls. It has to be a block with a face. And that doesn't make a lot of sense because the ghosts make sense, the turtle skeletons make sense, but blocks with faces on it really don't make sense. And there's always a way out of these. This is when my controller was starting to fidget on me and act up. Could I get close there? Trying to get to that door on the platform. Come on, you can do it. And you don't really want it, so just keep going. I do remember when I first played these levels, I just didn't understand. I'm like, whoa, where am I supposed to go? I didn't even realize that I was looping, I think. I thought these were all new rooms and I kept continuing. So I had to figure out that I was actually going in circles. This floor is interesting, the way it looks like it wraps downward and elongates. I don't know if that's supposed to be depth. If it was depth, it would be like kind of, points would be trying to intersect, I guess, but this just looks like a curved floor. Finally. Go ahead. You can do it. And time's almost running out. That tense music playing. Look at him fly up there. I wasn't anticipating that. It's weird, you get points in Mario for defeating enemies, but no one really pays attention to the points. It's more about the coins. Coins in card games. Because as you know, Nintendo started as a card game company. Okay, decided to put the frog suit on because I know this is an underwater level. And with the frog suit, you can swim totally free. He's uninhibited. This is the way he's supposed to swim. I like to think that this is Mario's swimsuit, like his old-timey swimsuit. You know how people back in the 20s wore those big singlet one-piece numbers? This is how Mario goes to the beach at Coney Island. I don't know if there's beaches in Brooklyn. There's a river, a bridge. Oh, that's just annoying. I don't know what the purpose of this is at all. That's unnecessary. Mario gets in his little boat and he just kind of shimmies. Small Mario doesn't even look like Mario anymore, but I guess that's what he used to look like originally in the Donkey Kong games. Bing! That's nice. So I really didn't anticipate this second day being as long as it was, and it's actually longer than my first playthrough. I was really surprised how far I could get with just 2 lives. I don't think all days are going to be like this. I think some of them are going to be really short. One and dones. But I'll take it. It really improved on Toad's character design, because nowadays, you know, he's a funny little guy, but he looked a little weird back then. No other way in. See, this music is so great that even the trees are dancing. Definitely need some extra ammo for dealing with these guys. You know, I thought initially I would go up there and try to shoot him. I don't know how I missed that hammer. But, I don't know. I just choked and just did my best and jumped from below. Alright, how much further am I going to play today? This game really has everything that infuriates me, including these automatic scrolling levels. You know, if you're a kid, this game got hard pretty quick, I guess. I should use that white block there. Hold on. So, I was waiting to kill him, but I was running out of time. Folks at home could probably anticipate the end is near. And I want to pay attention to where it all goes wrong, so I could avenge it next time. I think it has to do with that POW block. Because that really messed me up. I did not anticipate that. Getting to watch it again, I think I'll be ready for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm feeling good about tomorrow. This is Juan and Done, episode 2, day 2, life 2. Join me for the next adventure. How far will I get on my 3rd life? Thanks for watching.